You asked for it. We're giving it to you. We have yet another iconic guest. I didn't even know who this person was until I came across an iconic story title and was like, you know what? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then had the pleasure of meeting this dude at San Diego Comic-Con. And he's funny. He's a sweetie pie. He's low-key handsome. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do you need? What else do you even need?
Girl,
so
we don't
without
just bring him
further
out.
ado, I gotta, if your people don't gas you up, who will? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So, okay, I'm gonna let you do your part to welcome our second special guest.
We're gonna welcome our special guest, Mr. David Crownson. How you doing? Hold on.
Hello.
Yeah.
How's it going?
We're good.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for gassing me up.
It was a must.
Thank you for having me. Oh wait, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a giant like play button on this. Well, it's on my screen. I don't know if you can see it, but don't worry about it.
Oh no, it's good. On every other video, we are good.
Yeah,
I think it's just
I'm not
on
seeing
the
it.
yeah.
I'm wondering like what,
but it's all good. We're good.
okay.
So we've had some technical difficulties on this show, so I ain't even.
It's all good. It's stream because I was trying to join on my iPad, and my iPad wasn't letting me join. So we're rocking with my phone right now. That's why the angle is like this.
It's all good. We're gonna switch this up so that.
Period. Oh, awesome. Oh, I like that.
Let me move that.
Yeah. Let me adjust. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you can't see the background now, but it's all good. I like this.
It's all right. They seen it in the first half. They seen it in the first half.
Yeah. I like it. Okay, this is really cool. How are you?
I'm good. How are you two doing?
We're so good.
We are good. Today was really good. This is turning out to be a great show.
At this point.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been so excited because, like, between you and Barbara, I was like, both of mine are signed, and I got them signed at the Black Comic Book Festival in 2023.
Like, y'all see how Keisha just casually flex on me like that sometimes?
And
you know, that's all right. I got aspirations. I'm gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm gonna get you, bitch. She's like, I'm gonna get you.
When we ran into you at San Diego Comic-Con, and I literally was like going back and forth, like, dang, I should probably just buy another trade right now so that I can get it signed. But the way that my pockets was set up, I was like, I can't rationalize buying this whole book all the way over again to get it signed. And then my Delulu kicked in, and I was like, that's all right. We're gonna see him again. We're
gonna get it.
You will see me again. Yeah.
Can I even do this? Look, if this messes up, I apologize.
You can switch it back to so you could do.
It's all good. It's all good. You good. You good.
I'm gonna put this right on back.
Just rock with it. You done fail now. Just do the thing.
Okay.
It's all good.
So if you can see all the way in that corner.
Yes.
Now you better get it. Oh yeah. I got that one. Hold on. My camera definitely did say, girl.
He's like, give us all the angles.
Right. Oh man. Okay. But
I feel like you need a reel of that just spinning because she has art on her ceiling and everything. So it's gonna be cute no matter what angle you're catching.
You good, Keisha, you're good. Your money. You got money now.
Oh, you remember that, huh?
Yes. I think I literally like wrote that inside when I signed it.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite pictures. So paint the story for everyone else.
Yes.
I had knew about Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer for a while, but I did not have the money. It was between that and Trolley. Didn't have the money for either comic at the time, but I was like, I'm getting this eventually.
Yeah.
Finally 2023 hits, and your girl had money, and I dropped money everywhere, all over that festival. And I told that to him. It's me and my mom and my daughter, and like I told him that, and then I finally get the signature. He's cracking up while
I
he's
love
writing.
how it's like huge.
Right?
Yeah, I made sure. I was like, you got all caps, all caps, all caps, right in this. He's like, we
You
gonna
got money.
celebrate black people having money, damn it.
Exactly.
'Cause it is a battle for us to hold the dollar.
But like, what, all jokes aside, that's like a whole thing. We were talking about this the other day, like how we always want to support, well, not like the overall we, like me and Keisha specifically, always want to support like indie projects and all that type of stuff. And we understand, especially now that we've met so many people in the industry and like carving out a space for themselves because of how trash the publishing industry can be for a lot of people who look like
Yeah.
us. So we understand like the overhead and wanting to pay your creators like what they're due, what they're owed for the hard work that they're doing and the creativity that they're putting out for the sake of these stories. So it's like it makes sense that these things are priced as they are because it's a whole different beast when you're putting them out in that way. So that's like a real conversation and a decision and a choice that has to like go along with that, being like, you know what, I'm gonna pay the whatever they're asking because I want more of this art, I want more of these stories, I want to see more of us in stories. No one's gonna tell this story like us, so when we're doing it, you need to support us. So you know what I'm saying, like that's super real to be like, dang, I wasn't able to back it when the Kickstarter pulled up, but when it came out on that final order cutoff, your girl ordered every variant. No
Thank you.
drama. Okay. Pulled up for that pre-order every week, every month, because it was like, nah,
Thank you.
I
Thank
couldn't
you. Thank
afford
you.
it
Thank
back
you.
then, but I got a little change now, so I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we
Yeah.
like to ever. That's amazing. And thank you. Seriously, thank you. Because
Yo.
it is like this is, and I think every black creative um feels it, and no matter what level you're at, like I know the Jordan Peels of the world and the Prentice Pennies of the world, they are treated very differently than I'm not trying to dog him because I think he's great. Like Seth Rogen is treated very differently
That part.
than how Prentice will get treated, or how um what's it called, like Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler, like and even not all people real some of the time. We witnessed Sinners coming out, and even then there was like some weird shit like against the movie, like in the news. It's like this movie is gonna ruin Hollywood, and who does
They
Ryan
tried
Coogler think
so
he is?
hard
It's like,
to,
it's like, yeah, it's like,
they,
I can't believe Sinners didn't make $1 billion. It only made $100 million on a Monday. It's like that's what they do. They always
yeah.
like move the goalpost, or
Mhm.
even like just with the success that I think Ryan Coogler is becoming, or already is, one of the most successful black filmmakers. Having two movies that have made $1 billion, and or even people say like, oh well, Wakanda Forever only made $898 million globally. It didn't make $1 billion, so it's a flop to me. I'm like, it still made
Yeah.
$898 million,
Flop where?
starring black women. The
Yeah.
highest grossing film to star black women.
Yes.
And it's a superhero movie, and it's a Marvel movie. And just even with like the original IP of doing Sinners, like having that make, I think the budget was like maybe 40 million, and it makes $100 million, and then
Yeah.
grosses like 300 something million, and and not just like it making money. It's a well done film and it gets great reviews and people are consistently talking about it. You
Yeah.
know, it really grabs like the cultural zeitgeist
Yeah.
for for weeks. You know, and I'm like, yeah, I think you guys are like underappreciating this a little bit. So
100%.
then if a white man comes and does a film and let's say it's like weapons or it's something like that. It's like, oh my God, I saw Jesus today because I saw
Mm,
weapons. I
mm.
saw
The way
weapons. Oh my,
people cream
and then they,
over Michael Bay movies, I will never understand.
oh yeah, yeah, and then they bring us into it. They're like, I love weapons. It was better than Sinners. I mean, I just love weapons. So it's like, yeah, why are we in it?
They love to make it about everything else
Hmm.
except
Right,
what it
just
is.
consistently putting it down sometimes, but you know, but thank you for supporting Black creators. We
Of
need
course.
it.
That is
Yes, yes.
literally at the core of our mission. But, clearly we can get off on a tangent. But this part of the show is specifically about you. We want to celebrate you, David. And
Thank you.
one thing that we love to do with our guests here on Pink Riot is highlight how everyone's path to comics is different and as equally valid. So we love to hear from you. What was your comic book origin story? What got you into comics in the first place?
My dad got me into comic books. He bought me Death of Superman when I was a
Mm,
kid,
Oh,
which was like very like morbid for him to buy me that because you know it's Superman being beaten to death and like dies. And that was my entry point into comics. And I just thought like, you know, now it's very gimmicky if a superhero like dies because like they'll always come back. But I was like 6 or 7 years old. I was like, oh no, he's never coming back. So
oh,
like I thought like, oh, they killed Superman. Like this is it. He's never coming back ever again. Like they're never because I just thought, oh, death is final. Like as a kid, I had made that relationship with death. I was like, yeah, people don't come back. When you die, you stay dead.
yeah,
So I was like, wow, like they did it. And then Christopher Reeve, I was like, oh, this is a throwback because he dies and like he died yesterday because I read that comic. Like that's how I thought of it.
oh,
Uh, but yeah, like so, and Superman became my favorite superhero from that, and then you know obviously like started to read more of like Batman, Spider Man, X Men, and then all the animated shows started to come out, like you know the Spider Man show, the X Men show, and Batman show.
yeah.
Um,
yeah.
and then yeah, I just started to read. I think I used to. I keep. I was a nerd, y'all.
Love
Still
that for
am.
you. Love that
But
for you. Own it.
yeah, but like, but all the kids would like. I think when I got to like middle school, high school, all the kids were like, "Yo, man, we're gonna smoke weed. What are you doing, David?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna walk to Borders and like, I'm gonna
Yes. Oh
read.
my God. R.I.P.
I'm
Borders.
yeah,
Yes.
R.I.P. Borders. Yeah, R.I.P. Borders." So like, I would just walk to and that was like that was I was such a happy like 14, 15-year old because Borders
Yes.
was like a 10-minute walk from my school and I
Say
would
less.
walk there. Yeah, my mom worked at like corporate, she worked at AT&T, so she would
Mm.
work late. So I was like, Mom, can I go to Borders and just do my homework and I'll just read and just stay there until 9 o'clock?
The
And
teen
she's like,
angst voice is crazy.
Oh,
oh yeah, like yeah, that's what I did. And or sometimes I would just like if I like, hey mom, can I have an allowance of like $5 or $10, and I would just go to Borders, get some food, and just read comics all day. That's what I did.
the way I
Um,
would love that if my kid was like,
Right?
like, can I go to Borders and read books and stuff? I go off on school fairs and Scholastic and stuff. So like that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That
Literally
sounds so
saying my
awesome.
family would be like, let that baby read. You need some money.
Right,
oh
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My mom loved it too. She was like, all right, like I never have to like worry like about you. And again, because again, I would walk to school, so I'm like, I would walk from school to that Borders, And I'm like, yo, I could have been kidnapped, but like, like that didn't happen, thankfully. Um, and and I think the mall was across the street from Borders in the movie theater. So
Mm.
like, if I had made some extra money from some volunteer work or working at the grocery store, I'm like, okay, yeah, my day's gonna be set. I'm a go see Spider Man,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
I have some quarters left. Let me call my mom. Be like, yo, mom, I just saw Spider Man. I'm gonna go to Borders. Can you pick me up at like uh 7 o'clock? And I would just read for like 3-4 hours. I'm like, yo,
Best day ever.
Right.
best day ever. Yo, that was the time of my life. I was like, yo, I
Yeah.
made some extra money. Yo, let me go see Men in Black 2 right quick. And
Yo.
what's it called? Yo,
Classics on
2002.
classics.
That's right, 2002. And then go. Oh wait, well, my new comic books are out. And just go and just read comics all day, or like when I got into filmmaking, I would just read screenplays. And they had those published
Ooh.
at Borders and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I would get my warmed up chocolate chip cookie and my
Yeah.
mudslide frozen thing. I was like, yeah, this is what I do and all that stuff.
Oh,
Oh
While
my gosh, the
all the
nostalgia
boys are
for your perfect day is crazy
right?
because
No,
I
I
but I
know.
love
relate
it
to you.
though.
Oh my gosh.
It was a little too nerdy though. I probably should have socialized a little bit more because
No
like
such thing.
No,
No
no,
such
it's like
thing.
no,
all
never.
these guys are like meeting girls and like they're smoking weed, playing sports, meeting
No, that's
girls and stuff.
overrated.
And I was like, nah, I need my Daredevil right quick. Where my Daredevil at?
Yeah.
What's
That
that
was
mean?
my comic
You
origin
have your
story.
whole life to smoke weed.
Exactly. And I didn't like it. It smelled terrible. I was like, this is what you guys do? Like I went to a
Ooh.
party and the whole time I was like, I could be reading X-Men right now.
Yes.
I could be reading X-Men, just chilling and listening to Oasis play in the background and shit.
Yes.
And like, Borders because it was Borders Books and Music, everybody. So
Right.
they
Yes.
had CDs that you could also like
And they
listen
had
to.
the little thing with the
Yo,
headphones so you
I
could
missed
listen
that back in
before.
the
Yes.
day. I missed that so
Oh yeah,
much.
those
It was
big
an
giant headphones.
experience. Yeah. Oh man, that was
Exactly.
an
Like you just
experience.
read comics and listen to the Fast and Furious soundtrack. Like, yo, the day
That
is
was
set.
specific. That was specific. Did you do that?
Yes.
Exactly. Listen to the
Yes.
Fast and Furious soundtrack. Listen to Alien Ant Farm. Read comics. No one bother me. Like I'm just trying to read Dr. Dre. Oh, so listen to Dr. Dre 2001 Chronic,
Period.
and read comics all day. Why am I at this boring house party that smells like weed?
I don't
What's
even
it
like
called?
y'all.
Like I don't really like.
He over here
I don't like
singing
any
here
of
by
these
listening
people.
Cara.
Like it's like, dang. Anywho,
Yes, the chat is going crazy. Yes,
No,
Alien
Alien
Ant
Ant
that's
Farm
right.
Farm
is
is
Alien Ant
amazing.
Farm.
I
That's where
still
it's at.
remember when they did that cover to Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
Smooth Criminal. Smooth Criminal.
yeah, one of the
And Michael
best
Jackson co-signed
covers.
it. And Michael Jackson, he wasn't like a fan of people doing covers of his stuff, and he openly would like trash people because Michael Jackson like a little bit of a petty Virgo.
Yeah,
Um, he co-signed it. So, anywho, yeah, libraries. I think even to this day, like libraries, like that's people go to WeWork or they go to other like office spaces. I'll go to like um a library and do. I still like do all my writing and. I sometimes will have all my Zoom my Zoom meetings at a
period.
library because it's a focused, grounded environment. So.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
What a
man.
time to be alive. We love that for
Mhm.
you. And we love your comic book origin story was from your dad. It's today's the day of the dads because Barbara's origin story
Yeah.
was from her dad too. Love it. See how we didn't even plan that and it just worked out. Period. But
Okay.
so we
And I
heard
love
your
Barbara too.
right. We're like
She's
two icons in
amazing.
one day. What are we even talking about? Um
I'm an icon. Yeah,
yeah,
No,
thank
but
you for
for
calling me
real.
an icon.
but
Thank
actually,
you.
yes.
Yeah, the fact that so many people know, because like as an indie artist, I know it's been really hard for a lot of people to get their names out and get the attention that their work deserves. And
Yep.
you have done such an amazing job at that. Like, there are people who I know who mostly buy mainstream stuff. They know and they have Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. Like,
Yeah.
that
The
is
hype is
amazing to
real.
be able
Even
to,
people who
yeah,
don't like mess with comics like that, if
yeah,
you ask them, they've heard of it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
that's
That
definitely like not a small feat to
Right.
accomplish. Yeah.
At all.
well, well, I am extremely grateful, that people like it, and I'm grateful that I think sometimes people will come over and say, "Oh, I don't read comic books, but I'll buy this. It'll be my first comic book."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just grateful, for that. And sometimes, like, doing this stuff is not always like easy, and sometimes we get when you're creating it, you forget about like the journey and how it affects other people,
Yeah.
because sometimes like you'll think about money, or you'll think about other things that at the end of the day are meaningless. What matters is that people you make something that resonates with people emotionally and
Yeah.
intellectually. Like I think I was having like a really bad day, and I was taking like the train. I think I was coming into New York, and we got stuck in Newark, and I was overhearing like kids like freestyling, and someone referenced my comic book in their freestyle, and I think the lyric was like, "A nigga off the chain, I Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer this," or some shit like that. It
Yeah.
was something. It was something like that. I'd like butchered the fuck out of it. Sorry for cursing. I don't know if I can curse on this.
Yeah, you
I'm
No,
can.
so
you're
sorry.
good. You're good.
Okay, okay, cool. I think I like butchered like the fuck out of it. But it was that lyric, and I was like, oh wait, someone knows. And the train started to go. I was like, wait, that's me, kids. Hello, fellow kids.
That is so peak. I love it.
So
Yeah,
I was
when
like,
you
I am
like
cool.
come across your art out in the wild, like unsolicited, unprompted, that's when you know you made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
when kids like it. There's
Yeah.
something about getting the validation from a teenager that
Mhm.
is like it is amazing. Like,
Oh
my
yeah.
my 15-year-old, when I got this, Z read it right before I did
Mhm.
and loved it. Like, inhaled it within like an hour or two. Just like ripped through it. And it's very rare that Z rips through comics that fast. Like,
Oh
I,
wow.
I'm gonna
Okay.
just
That makes me feel good for double reasons, and I'm glad to hear that. Yo. Speaking of 15-year-olds, yeah. So I love my nephews. I love my nieces and nephews. But they have been using me for clout lately, and
Mm.
As
they
they
used
should.
to. Yeah, you come to my book signs being like, "Why we have to be here?" And I was like, "Yo, man, keep your voice down." Right? It's like I don't want to. My one nephew, he used to like not like comic books, um, because he preferred like Berenstein Bears and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
he was like, I don't want to be here. I was like, yo, man, you keep acting like this is my damn event, beat your ass. But like, but now, love him. But like now, he's like, yo, like, yeah, but yeah, that's our uncle. Yeah, that's our uncle right there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
bro, are you
Yeah.
using me to get get this young lady? Like,
Yes.
are you using me? Like wearing like rocking my shirts and shit, and
Mhm.
like and down walking down, like just rocking my t-shirts and stuff. Like, yeah. Our uncle made this. I was like,
Yeah, yeah, we locked
so now we
in.
appreciate
Yep.
it.
We locked
Mhm.
in. Okay,
That is
speaking
the
of which,
teenager.
sorry, go ahead,
No,
Keisha.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we heard your origin story, like what got you into reading comics, but we want to hear also the origin story, what got you into creating comics. Like, when did this idea come about, and when did you first start like working on it, that sort of thing.
Yes, it came about a couple years, like, oh damn, it came about like 10 years ago, and my background is I was an actor, and I had gone to school in theater school to I was trained to be an actor,
Mhm.
and I minored in like playwriting and screenwriting, and I had been doing lots of theater, lots of off Broadway stuff, lots of independent films, and then I had a big audition for this small movie called Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and it was it was like a really like tiny
I
small.
know you fucking lying,
I
David.
know, right?
Yeah, it
Real
was this
small movie.
art house director named
No big
Jeffrey
deal.
James Abrams, was
I
directing it.
can't with you. You know what? We're
Yeah,
gonna.
it's right, it's right. So this is this art house movie, but it was a very, for some weird reason, it was like a really secretive audition. Um, and I think when I was auditioning for it, they gave us like a fake script, and
Mm,
like the fake script was an army movie. And originally, I was just auditioning to be a soldier, a stormtrooper who has a couple of lines.
mhm,
And I think they liked me in that audition, so they said, "Hey, like, let's have him like read for like, you know, something else." So I thought, okay, I'll probably be a stormtrooper that like has, instead of having like one page, I'll do more feature. And then my manager calls me, Terry Sapp, may she rest in peace, Terry Saperstein, best
mm,
manager who took a chance on me and got me all these great auditions. Um, she called me and she was like, "Hey, they want you to be the lead. They want you to test for the lead in this movie." And at the time, I don't know that it's Star Wars. I just think I'm reading for a soldier movie, like an army film.
right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking, okay, so because the casting was in this kind of like just like this small building, um, in like Midtown, but like, hey, this is gonna be in a different studio in Union Square.
Mm.
So I my manager was like, you can't tell anyone about this. And I was like, yeah, I'm low key. I don't tell people my business. She's like, yo, keep those giant Negro lips shut. I was like, Terry, you white, don't make me jump out this phone, beat your ass like a drum. Like, girl, I know you ain't talking that good shit.
Put it
Anywho,
in reverse,
um,
Terry.
I'm kidding. She didn't say all that. I made that up. Yeah. So Terry's like, he's like, listen, you're gonna go. This is serious. They're not giving you the script. You have to show up on time, and you have to memorize all the lines for this. And I was like, all right. And she's like, don't mess this up. This could change your life. And I'm like, girl, it ain't that deep. Like it's an army movie. Like what is it? And she's like, just show up and just do it. All right. Now go to bed early. Do whatever you need to do, and make sure you smell good. I was like, bitch, what the fuck is this? Really smell good? Um. Anywho, so I wake up, I go to the gym, and like get myself prepared. I'm not thinking anything of this. I'm just like, it's probably just an independent movie, and I've auditioned for a lot of independent films. Go to the building, take the elevator, and there's like an instructions. It's like you go to the elevator, hit L or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I hit L. It's like, is that the lobby? And it goes up, and I was like, all right. And the doors open, and it says Lucasfilm, and I was like,
Ooh.
Lucasfilm. I'm like, oh, George Lucas is probably producing, because George Lucas produces a lot of like independent films and shit, right? So I'm just thinking like, I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background.
A little bit. You're okay.
A little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, you good.
okay, cool. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
So I go to. I'm thinking, okay, George Lucas usually produces lots of independent films, and he finances lots of independent films. So I'm just like, oh, okay, she losing her shit because it's George Lucas. Because George Lucas produced and like made Red Tail. So I'm thinking, okay, that's why she losing it. And then I'm walking, and there's like all this like stormtrooper. It's like Turn of the Jedi. And I'm just like nothing but Star Wars shit is like all up in this bitch. And I'm like, nah. And then I start to see like other like famous, like Jesse Plemons is walking by, and I was like, oh shit, dude from Breaking Bad. Um, and then like Tony Revolori, who plays Flash in the Spider-Man movies, is there. Um, and then Homegirl comes to check me in, and she was like, Michael. And I turn around, I was like, no, I'm David. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, what's it called? We look at the time, and it's it's a bunch of names. Michael B. Jordan is also auditioning for this, and I was like, wait a minute. And I like pull out my phone, like looking at the news, and I'm like, JJ JJ Abrams is producing Star Wars movie reboot auditions, and, da, da, da. And I was like, wait a minute. And then it was on the news that Michael B. Jordan was testing for it, and I was like, no, no. And then like
Mm.
this white woman who's like the assistant comes in, and she's like, hi, Mr. Crownson, this is for you, and you can just sit in this room, and you have like half an hour, eat whatever you want, take whatever you want, and we'll be with you shortly. We're so sorry. We're kind of like behind. We're so sorry. So I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm reading it, and it says like Stormtrooper, X-wings, and I'm like, oh, holy fucking shit! I'm auditioning for Star Wars, and I'm like losing it. And then there's all this like food and smart water. I act like a nigga and take all the food and shit. I'm like mother, 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 mother. Because I'm a struggling actor and shit. So I'm just
Yeah, it's
like,
the only appropriate thing to do.
mother,
Oh my gosh.
mother, very niggerish here. So,
With the hard eyes, crazy.
so, anywho, so I'm like, let me get my stuff together, and what's it called? Um,
And you said
I'm a,
this is the way.
exactly. This is the way. That's how we do it here. Like, listen. I was a waiter and I was working at Equinox Gym. All right, our brother was starving and shit.
Period.
So I'm taking all the croissants, I'm taking all the Entenmann's and shit, and just like bagging that shit
Leaving
and
here with
putting
something.
right. It's like
Absolutely.
I'm leaving here. So I'm from around the way. I live in Harlem. So like we taking all the Entenmann's, we taking all the smart waters, Fiji waters, and just like dropping that shit in. Very embarrassing. Uh,
Nope, they'll be
yeah.
fine. They have
Oh
stacks
yeah.
of it. Fine.
Right.
Yes. Oh, LT. I'll get to that point in a second. LT says, "Wait, he started writing college because of a Star Wars audition." Yes, I did. So
Period.
I go in to the audition, and it's a bunch of people are in this room. It's like a whole ass audience, and it was kind of like overwhelming because it's like Kathleen Kennedy and like all the Disney people are there, and they're like, "Hi, David." And I'm like, "Oh shit," and I start reading one of the lines, and I think the character's name was like scratched up, and it was Finn. They call him Finn. So I'm just like, oh shit. I'm like reading for whoever this guy is. His name is Finn. They fucked up.
Mm.
And I read it, and I'm in the room for like a long time. I was like in the room for like, it felt like I was in there for 2 hours. And they're just saying, hey, try it this way, try it that way. And I do it a bunch of different ways. And then they're like, okay, like let's try something else. And then I had to improvise with a dog that was a dog that was going to be a robot or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I had to act off of a dog, and they had the dog like fully trained. They're just like you can't pet it or anything crazy. And I was like, I'm so sorry because I love dogs.
Oh,
Um, so I do the script. I do all the lines, and they say, hey, are you comfortable with um, like fight training and how fit are you? And I'm like I'm in the gym a lot. I work at Lifetime. I don't mind working out and doing all that extra stuff.
mm.
And they're like, all right, cool. Are we good? Are we good? And they're not talking to me. They're talking to like, I think JJ Abrams was watching the audition via Skype or something like that because he's like in Africa or some shit. Um, so and I just hear a voice from like a laptop go like, we're good. And then I'm just like, all right, deuces, y'all. And I'm thinking like, I feel really good about it. And I call my manager and I start cursing her out. I was like, bitch, why didn't you say it was fucking Star Wars? I should beat your ass. Like Terry Saperstein, bitch, I should beat your ass for not telling me that this was an audition. I was like, Terry, you thin-lipped white bitch. How can you tell me this was a Star Wars audition? I should beat your old ass. She's like, I didn't want you to be overwhelmed and like psych yourself out over every day. And I was like, well, bitch, I almost had a meltdown and shit, embarrassed myself. Freaking. Also, the Entenmann's fell out of my book bag. because my Negro self brought my book bag and shit, and some of it fell out, but they didn't notice. I was like, oh, excuse me, and stuff like that. So so anywho, my
Oh,
manager, she's just like, hey, like just so you know, like they really liked you, and they just want to know if you have a passport. And I was like, shit, I have a passport. And Tara, God bless her heart, like I felt like she was gonna call me like a nigga for for not having it. It's like, you don't have a passport, and I have a passport. I don't know if it's renewed yet. And she's like, get it done. I was like, I had to correct Terry. I was like, hey girl, it's getting plantation-y. All right, I will Django unchain your ass. You talk that disrespect real good. All right, I miss that manager. So so anywho, I get my passport. They really liked me. They send paperwork because I have to sign some like they recorded the audition, so I have to sign like some paperwork
Releases
saying
and
that they can.
NDAs and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I have to sign like an NDA, and then I have to sign a release form that on the 20-year anniversary of this movie, they can use my uh, face for an audition to see who auditioned for it. And then I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. And then the casting directors really liked what I did, so they got me other auditions for like other like big TV shows. So it was like Orange is the New Black, and then there was like. Uh, a few other like TV shows as well, and it was like a month of just big, like high profile auditions. So I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna book one of these. You know, that's what's gonna happen. And then I didn't book any of them. So I was just like really sad, heartbroken. And my mom called me and she was like, hey, if you don't get any of these auditions, I think you should, you know, I think you should like come live with us in Africa, in Ghana, West Africa, because that's where my family originates from.
Period.
And I just decided to do it because I was exhausted, I was tired, and just like burnt, like burnt out.
Yeah, that'll
So,
do it.
oh yeah, like just a lot of these big profile auditions. But I should have been like grateful that I had that. But I said I took it as a sad thing. So I give up my apartment and I take a leave of absence from my jobs, because New York City jobs plural,
Yeah.
and I moved
Yeah.
to Ghana and lived with my mom and my stepfather.
Aw.
And it was a beautiful experience. I think every Black person in America should do it.
Mm.
And while I was there, I got the idea for Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer because this is like the blackest sentence in the world. I was in Ghana, West Africa, eating fried chicken and watching a Harriet Tubman documentary. The blackest sentence ever uttered. Like
Yeah.
castor oil in a kufi just manifested as soon as I said that shit. It's like manifested when I said that shit.
Oh my gosh.
Period.
David.
So
Oh,
so
Kofi is wild.
yes. So anywho, I'm in Ghana eating fried chicken, watching a Harriet Tubman documentary, and as soon as the documentary ended, I'm channel surfing and I land on the ending of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where there's this katana fight scene between Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Zi. And then immediately after that, I started watching Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. And I'm really
Oh
excited to
wow.
watch this movie.
That was
And
a
it was
choice.
a
That's dope.
yes. Oh yes. It was a terrible movie. And I remember being like really mad that it was a bad movie because it seemed like such
Yeah.
a cool like a cool premise for a movie, but they didn't take advantage of
And
it.
they hyped the hell out of it too. And
Yeah.
then it was just
Oh yeah, they were like this is the best movie in the world. Two generic white people in this thing. It's like yeah, it's gonna be the best thing in the world. No disrespect to Jeremy Renner and Homegirl in the movie. I'm sorry that was me. That's
You're
not
right.
nice. Making movies, making
Right.
projects is
there
really
you go.
hard.
No lies were
You're
told.
right.
There you go.
Right.
Damn. Hey, Jeremy, if you ever watch this, they said it, not me.
You knows.
Actually, Jeremy knows it
He
too.
knows. Right. I was gonna say he knows.
He's like, yeah, I know it's bullshit. Um, but like,
Mhm.
so
Oh my
terrible
god.
movie, and I remember I was so mad and offended about the movie being bad. I
Yeah.
just was journaling, and I was journaling about my day and my experience being outside of America.
Mm.
And the things that I wrote down were it was like a stream of conscious journal entry, and these things stood out. It was Harriet Tubman, katana fight scene, and witch hunters. And then I was like, wait, Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. Like, what if Harriet Tubman knows martial arts and beats up a racist werewolf? I don't know. And just that was just like the name and like the image, and that's like where it stuck for me. And I remember being just really inspired, but I didn't know what it was gonna be. I was like,
Mhm.
it can't be a movie. I don't know how to make it a movie. I don't have those
Shit.
connections. Yeah, it can't be a TV show. It can't be a video game. And, and I think when I flew back to America, I went to one of those like when you get to like the airport and there's like those overpriced like convenient places. Um, there was like I went to go get like an overpriced Gatorade or some shit. So
Yeah.
I buy this Gatorade for like $18, and I see a book and it's yeah 18. It was probably like $7. It was like overpriced as shit.
Yeah.
But I
Mhm.
see a book while I'm in line, and it's called Words for Pictures, and it's by Brian Michael Bendis, who's my
Mhm.
favorite comic book writer. He created Miles Morales, and he writes
Mhm.
just great comic book writer. And I'm like, wait. I was like, wait. It's a comic book. I'll make Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer a comic book series. I have no connections in comic books, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing either. Um,
I gotta get the capital connections.
But you got a
yes,
dream, and that's all.
yeah, I had the dream, had the vision.
Yeah.
I did know other comic book artists, but I didn't know how to go about doing it.
Mhm.
So I bought the book Words for Pictures on Amazon. I didn't buy it from motherfucking the airport because that shit was $200 at the airport. So
Exactly.
I waited and got that shit on Amazon for like $11. Sorry, Brian. And just, and just like read the book in like one day and started researching Harriet Tubman's true life. Because
Mm.
if I'm going to do this, it has to be a biography that's grounded in her life.
Yeah.
And started researching a lot of like Anne Rice and like vampire and monster mythology. And then just kind of figuring out like what's the tone going to be. And then I was like, wait, I got it. It should be Django Unchained meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So rewatched all
Yeah.
of Buffy, like just
Yeah.
rewatched it the
Oh, you
whole
were deep
entire
in the
season.
lore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like deep
All
in
of
the
Buffy
lore.
is crazy because there's
Yeah.
hell of Buffy episodes.
Oh yeah. I think I watched all 7 seasons in like 2 weeks. Um, I had this amazing side job where all I do was like input data. So I would input data and have my laptop, and I would just be like, it was the best job in
Mhm.
the world.
Love
All
that
I
for
Yep.
got,
you.
I literally got paid to hit copy paste.
Yep.
Anywho, but
Period.
yeah, I just remember rewatching Buffy to get into the lore, and then I was like, I'm ready. I need someone to draw this shit, and it's really expensive to make comic books. So I got a hold of Cortland Ellis, who drew the cover of it, and I was like, "Hey, man! Like, I remember seeing this art, and I was like, he's the guy for this." And I said, "Dude, I have this idea for a comic book." He's like, "What's it called?" I'm like, "It's called Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. I think you should draw it." And he was just like, "We're gonna get in a lot of trouble. Let's do this." And yeah, so we're doing it, and he's like, I don't know, man. Like, I was like, dude, we have to do this. Um, and I was working on the script, and I think I found an investor, like a money guy, who was like, hey, I want to put money into this. I'll pay for the first issue.
Hmm.
All I want to do is be because I can see this being a movie or a TV show. So I
Mm.
want to be an executive producer when it becomes a movie or a TV show. And I was like, cool, let's
Period.
do it. And then this dude turned out to be super duper flaky. And I lovingly called him out on it, just being like, "Hey, man, can you do this? Are we still doing this?" And he was like, "How dare you question me, Negro?" He was white. He was a cloud-colored man. He's like, "How
Cloud
dare
colored is
He's like,
crazy,
I
David.
can't believe this Negro is asking me if I'm. You know what? I quit. How dare you question me and
Dare
my
you?
money?" And
I
I
will
was like,
take my dollar elsewhere.
"I will take my money to more important projects, you big-lipped beast. How dare?" Um, I'm kidding. He didn't say that, everyone. It felt like he did say that. I still have the text message because I look at it and I laugh today. Um, what's it called? So, so I just remember. Uh, he didn't say those racist things. It really did feel like he said that shit. I was like, "Yo, did he call me a hard R?" I was like, "Hold up." I was like, "Let me pull up and beat this dude's ass right quick."
Oh my
Um,
God,
I am not afraid
David.
to put paws on old white people. Shit. Anywho, so anywho, he quits, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, right? Because Portland, for him to draw and color and do the first issue, it's going to cost me like $3,000. And yes, LT, it was the tone. There was a hard R under the tone of what he said to me. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I guess like I'm not gonna do Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer right now. And it's been like really exhausting trying to get this all together. I
Yeah.
don't want to do a Kickstarter because I had seen a series that I thought was really brilliant fail on Kickstarter, and I was like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I was afraid of failing publicly for some weird
Who
reason.
say that, because that's
Yeah.
what's holding a lot of people back right now, low
Oh
key.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'll touch on that in a second. Like
Mhm.
I was really afraid of failing publicly, and that was really motivating me not to do a Kickstarter. So I'm just like, let me like, I'll finance this myself. I'll get a second job, and let me just take a break, take a breath. Yeah, Hillary Clinton's gonna be president tomorrow,
Mm.
and like,
Mm.
let me
Mm.
go vote. Let me go take a nap.
Oh shit.
You know, I can't. Can y'all believe Donald Trump ran for president? Like, what the fuck was that? Like, that was funny as fuck.
We're
Like, this is set.
living
Like
in
this
the
is sad that this
wildest.
has to end because I've been enjoying laughing at this man for a year, and I'm never gonna have to see his ass again. So Hillary's gonna win tomorrow. Let me go. Let me go to. Usually, every election, I go to the movies. So let me go vote. I'm gonna go to the movies, and then I'm gonna come. I'm gonna walk out the movie with Hillary as president. So I think I went to go see. I think either I saw Rebel Ridge or I saw not Rebel Ridge. I saw Hacksaw Ridge with Andrew Garfield.
Hmm.
I come out the
Mm.
movie theater, and I'm in New Jersey, and the atmosphere is like different.
Mhm.
I was like, yo, I was like, yo, am I tripping, or is it like really dark outside? It's like dark, like pitch
Yeah.
black.
The
And I'm
demons
like, but
ascending.
yeah, I was
Mm.
like, yo, like, why is it like black? Like darkness is like covering New Jersey. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'm tripping because it's like 11 o'clock at night. You know, let me get in my car and I'm driving, and it's so dark. And I was like, God damn, it is dark. Like, people didn't pay their light bill. What the fuck? So like, what's going on? But then I see one house that's lit up, and it just says like Trump, and I'm just like, oh, the one house. Like, they probably just rebels and shit. Uh, so I get home, and I was living with my sister and my mom. My sisters and my mom at the time, and I get home, and my sister's like, she's like watching, like she's like this, like looks stressed, and I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, what's up? What's going on? And I didn't turn on my phone or turn on the radio, so I like drove in silence, coming
Mm.
home. So I'm just like, yo, what's up? My sister's like, she needs to win like two of these states. she needs to win. I was like, what you mean she needs? And I look and it's like Donald Trump has claimed Michigan. It's like my sister's like, oh no,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna win. And I was like, what you mean she ain't gonna? And it was like, she's like, David, look, look at the map, and it's like, even if she wins these other places, she's still gonna lose. And they call it, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. And I think that morning I was talking to, my friend Alex, and Alex, dope, awesome black woman who's a stunt woman. Shout out
Cool.
to Alex. And
Hey.
Alex was like, I've been crying all night. I'm just really sad. Like, I was like, yeah, I didn't even cry. I'm just shocked.
Yeah.
And Alex was like, hey, so what are you working on? And I was like, oh, I was working on this thing. It's Harriet Tubman slaying demons, and Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. She's like, David, you need to make that right now. And I was like, Alex, calm down. It's like 7 in the morning. He's like, no, you need to make that now.
Get
Like,
it going.
it's like, as a black woman, I need to see a dark skinned black woman killing racist demons right now. And I
Yeah.
was like, understood, heard. She's like, you're gonna
Cool.
make that, right? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make it. We hang up, and I was like, I ain't gonna make that shit, and I go back to bed. I was like, Alex, I'm a grown ass man. I was like, Alex, you got money? Alex, hell no, nigga. Freaking, what am I gonna do? So, anywho, I go back to sleep. I wake up at like 12, and like Luke Cage, the TV show was on. I was like, yeah, let me binge watch Luke Cage season 1. Let me go eat my
Yeah.
feelings.
Oh,
And I go and I get Popeyes, very, very niggerish. And
what's that for you? Red beans
and
and
then
rice.
say again.
I said with red beans and rice.
No, I got fries and extra biscuits.
That's how
Oh,
you eat it. That's how you
But
know what?
because the biscuits in New Jersey are like different, but they're like very like they make it with like if they're not dry, they're like buttery and like moist. Love it. Uh, Anywho, so I get Popeyes, and then I go to Walmart to
so
get like my
serious.
dessert snacks, which is like Oreos, and I get cake, vanilla cream batter to like mix in and like because big back activities over here, everybody. Um, big back and knees. So I go and I go and I
Oh my
this is a
god.
long ass story. So I go and I'm at Walmart, and I'm big back activities, getting
Oh my
Oreos and
god.
cream and
But
like
it's
pineapple
valid.
soda. Valid because
It was
we
valid.
just witnessed 29/11s just happened basically.
Yeah.
So everyone's just sad and depressed because New Jersey's a blue state. And I remember being in line, and there was like like a long ass line at Walmart. I'm like, yeah, why is there a long ass line? And I saw that there was one cashier that no one was going to, and it was a Muslim woman who had a hijab on, and no one was going to her. And I'm like, I'm the only black person in line, and I'm like, is something wrong with her register? And these white people were just like, just like acting weird.
Mm.
So I go to her line, her register, and these idiots are just stuck in line. And it's like, oh fuck, they're like racist. What the fuck? I'm like, nah, that can't be it. That can't be it. It was it.
That is so
And
dumb.
she checks me out, and she's like, have a good day. I'm saying, you have a good day too. And I'm walking to my car, and this white dude like approaches me, and he's like, hey brother, you're braver than me for going to that woman. And I was like, it's like braver than you. And he's like, now that I don't know why he's talking to me like this, because like I am like a black man, a dark
Right. What
skinned black
about
man.
me says
Right.
come
I'm a
to
Yeah,
me
safe
with the
space.
bullshit?
Right.
Yeah.
he's like, well, like I've seen like Herman Cain was on the news today, and it made me feel you know, safe. He didn't say that, but like he did have a Herman Cain sticker on his truck. Um, so he was just like, he's like, yeah, like when I see people like that, they scare me, and I'm glad that like Trump is here, so he's gonna get them out of here. I'm just like, I was like, he felt too comfortable saying that shit. I was like,
Yeah.
what a demonic thing to say. Like, the people police need to fly down and grab this demon. What the fuck? So I'm just like, what the fuck? So, anywho, I'm like, yo, fuck that shit. Alex, I'm going to make this comic book now because I just think I'm just so over the blatant emboldened racism that I'm seeing and witnessing, and also experience like because as a black person, you experience it 24/7, but you
Yeah.
experience it from like a microaggressive way. For it to be like 1960 shit in your face, I'm like, oh no, can't tolerate that shit today.
Yeah.
So I made the comic book not because I was trying to make money or become rich and famous, you know, or anything like that. It kind of was like a selfish catharsis way. And when it came to doing the Kickstarter, I said, my I'm not going to be driven by my fear anymore because the worst fucking thing has already happened. And I'm going to be driven by my proximity to success than to my embarrassment of being afraid. Because if I fucking failed, at least I gave it everything I fucking could.
That
And
part.
beyond
Yeah.
that, like I was out there when I did the Kickstarter. I was on the street like passing out like flyers and shit, and just making lots of bold requests from people at all times. And again, was not going to let myself get distracted by the fear. The fear was always there, but
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we can do something. We can make an impact of this. And I make this joke. I'm like, I haven't posted this video because I'm afraid. I should post this video one day, but it's me at like BlerdCon, and someone just asked me, "It's like, hey David, why did you make Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer?" And I'm just eating pancakes and shit. And I'm like, hi, I'm David Crownson. I made Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer to scare racists and make niggas feel good. And that's
Period.
why I made it.
Excellent pitch. Immediately,
Right?
yes.
Thank you. So I'm like, nah, like because we're seeing all this shit happen with Trayvon Martin and seeing black people get killed and murdered, and also not only are we seeing that done at an alarming way at an alarming rate, we're seeing jokes about it. Like it's a punchline, you know. That's why when certain things happened last week, I'm not like you know as upset because for decades jokes and blatant stuff has been happening like that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
wild
So
how everyone's all up in arms now.
oh yeah, it's like how
Like we
how,
see the
how
difference in your behavior and the difference in your reaction.
it's like
Fact.
how dare those Negroes laugh and make jokes. Anywho, here's a tweet from 2020 of me making fentanyl jokes about George Floyd, and there's 30 of them. I was like, why do y'all think we hold George Floyd as like the Martin Luther King and stuff? Like y'all can't stop talking about George Floyd. Anywho, so I do the Kickstarter, it becomes successful, and I think I was only gonna raise $5,000, but Kimberly, Dalton Mitchell, and Chris Chalk, shout out to them. They're like, hey man, you should ask for more than that because you can easily borrow 5,000 from somebody. And I wanted to be like, all right, nigga, what's good? All right, nigga, what's good?
Run
All
it.
right, nigga,
Run
like
it.
yo,
Run the pockets.
funny you say that, nigga. I'm like one of them girls from Proud Family. Like, yo, what's good? Hey, what's good?
No sisters.
Run across the street.
Run the shit. Run the shit. But he's like, no man, you can easily. It has to be a goal that's attainable, but like almost unattainable. So you should ask for like $15,000. And I was scared. So, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. We asked for $15,000 and ended up raising, 20 something $1,000
Period.
in a month. And we do the comic book. It comes out. I think I wanted to come out in February, but that was going to be impossible. And Cortland starts drawing it. Comes out in April, and it starts to sell really well. and people start buying it and loving it, and I'm getting movie and TV offers and stuff like that, and the comic keeps getting a lot of attention and popularity, and I do another Kickstarter 2 years later and raise more money, and then pandemic happens, and but I still keep doing the comic. Comics start selling out at a bunch of places, and get linked up with well, the pandemic happens. um, and during the pandemic, I just filmed this commercial that you can probably watch on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I put all my money into this commercial, and I like new apartment money into making this commercial, and
Mm.
so and I was living with my family at the time, and I just remember like I do the commercial. It looks great. My friends came together in a great way, and they helped put it together. And I'm thinking like, yo, this is about to go viral. It's gonna get 1 million views. I post it, it gets 200 views, and I was like crushed. I was like, shit, I like used all of my money, and it didn't go viral. So I remember like being in line at like Wendy's. Lots of fast food in these stories, everybody. Um, uh, uh, take your vitamins, everybody, and drink fish oil, all that good stuff.
Fish
Have
oil.
some sea moss, a
Yes,
tablespoon of sea moss, everybody, to like regulate your shit. Uh, so take apple cider vinegar and ashwagandha. That's right. I'm on my Dr. Sebi shit. That's right. On
period.
my Dr. Sebi shit. So uh, I'm in line at Wendy's, and someone you should have on your show, Sebastian Jones, calls me from Stranger Comics.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey man, like how's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing, man. Just using my last $13 to get Wendy's." And he's like laughing. I'm like, "Oh no, I'm serious. I didn't say that shit." But I'm just like, I'm just getting Wendy's. What's up, man? And he's like, dude, that commercial, that thing you shot with Harry, it looks amazing. And he's like, hey man, I showed that to Prentice Penny. We're like partners now. We're working together on something at HBO, and he really liked it. And then we showed his whole entire staff and production company, and they all really loved it.
Period.
And like, hey, like, are you doing anything with Harriet Tubman right now? And I'm just like, no. He's like, hey, do you
No.
want to like? He's like, hey, like, would you be okay if me and Prentice like tried to we develop it as a TV show? And I was like, I was very calm, but I was like, yeah, man, that'd be cool, and here, like here we are. But inside, I was like, fuck yes, nigga, I want to make this show. Let's do this
I
shit.
almost dropped my chicken nuggets.
Right.
I almost dropped my triple value meal. I almost dropped that
Mm.
shit. I got the Dave's classic triple with cherry root beer.
Cherry root beer. Okay,
That's
a
right.
classic man.
I appreciate you remembering every single order from every time
He's
that
like,
Yeah, I
I
know,
got
but
my
Like,
my
regular.
girlfriend's like you big back fat ass nigga. You remember everything.
no, that is appreciated. Absolutely, that is appreciated. Shit.
Yes. No, like so that's the Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer story. TV show stuff is it's been really cool and fun. Some ups and downs. Still making a comic book.
Mhm.
And I think the TV show has made me a better writer for the comic book. And doing the TV show has made me be even more like unapologetic about what I want and need,
Period.
because you
Yeah.
know this isn't the first time I've gotten the film or TV thing.
Yeah.
There are times where there was one time I got an offer to make it a TV show with a famous person, but they were not the right choice. They wanted to play Harriet,
Mm.
and Harriet Tubman is a dark-skinned black woman,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
I was very adamant that she be a dark-skinned black woman. And they
Good
were
for
like,
you
"What a
for
scar!"
sticking to your guns and what's
Yeah.
right.
Oh no, friggin', I mean,
The
shit
way
was
I'm
not
trying to guess.
shit was not
Yeah,
sweet.
same. I'm literally like running through my yellow Rolodex here. Like,
You said yellow, bitch.
I can say that.
No, she's like, let me check my red bone files.
Check my phone palette.
No, no, but like it was someone who was very. If this person like joined or just walked in, we would know exactly who. That's how famous this person is.
Mm.
And I was like, hey, you're not the right person for this, but they offered me a ton of money,
Mm.
and I was like, yeah, it's a lot of money, and my ass like needs it,
It's like, you sure
and
we couldn't just write you in some other way?
yeah, and
It be
here's a,
Odessa.
oh yeah, here's a hint: the person is a singer or rapper, and the person does music is what I'll say, and this person isn't known to be a great actress. So I'm just kind of like, I was like, I'd seen her act in something, and I was like, I don't think I can believe you being Harriet Tubman. I don't know. I didn't say that to her people, but they were like, hey, here's what we're willing to offer you. And again, this is more money than I have ever seen in my entire life. And I think to this day, still a lot of money that I had seen. And the money, you know, my broke ass. If I see a comma on my bank account, I'm like, oh shit, I'm rich.
Ah, nigga, we made it.
Yeah, like we made it. So I'm just thinking like, and thankfully, you know, my lawyer is getting 5% of this deal.
Mm.
So my lawyer was like, hey, like, I don't think you should do it.
Mm.
I was like, what? And my former lawyer, Nicole Compass, who's great and amazing. Um, what's it called? She's like, I don't think you should do it. And I'm like, well, Nicole, you're getting 5% of this like chunk of change. You
You
sure
gotta be
about
smart
this?
though, because we've seen that other Harriet Tubman movie did not do numbers like they thought it would, because they did not pick
Yeah,
the right person to be Harriet. So
they didn't.
I have a story about that too.
They went
Oh,
across the pond for that one.
oh yeah,
mhm.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Like, and I was very like Harriet Tubman should be, at least for me. I'm thinking she should be American and be a dark skinned black woman.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And just a great actress, like a
Yeah.
character actress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for my version of Harriet. Um, you know, I want to keep it a biography, like it should be grounded in her real life story.
Yeah.
And, and you know, these folks are offering me a ton of money, and my lawyer just keeps saying like, hey, I don't think you should do it because I've seen clients take these deals where they make a ton of money and then they make the project and it's not what their soul desires, and then it's a terrible thing and they get really depressed and then they have trouble finding work
Mm.
and supporting themselves because you know millions of dollars will run out if it's not managed properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um and then my dumb ass, I'm like, so you're saying I need to manage the money properly? She's like, that's not what I. She's like,
Listen,
Negro, this is
money is
not what
one
I
hell of
said.
a drug. Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, that's not what I'm saying. Look back on it and you'll be miserable. And then there were certain constraints in the contract that were like they would own the film and TV rights for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
I would still
Yeah.
get to do whatever I want with the comic book, but like I wouldn't have any creative input. You know,
Ooh, that's
homegirl who was
such a
gonna,
horror story. We've heard that
Yeah.
from so many other people too. But they do, drink the Kool-Aid, and then their shit ends up locked down for however many years, and you don't
yeah,
hear about
like I wouldn't have gotten the film and TV rights back until 2029. Um, I would have been very wealthy. Um, it was 2019 at the time,
it. Mm.
and I just was, and I was not in negotiating terms because I think I had just lost my job,
Oh, you were like,
and
give me the money.
Mm,
What are we talking about?
right?
I was like,
Like,
yeah, well, let me do this. But my lawyer was like, listen, like, I really want you to think about this. And I was late on my rent. I was like, listen, I can't like. And she's like, okay, if you don't think you'll survive, and you are desperate for the money, because these people had the money. They were holding all the cards. Um,
mhm.
just take a minute to think about this. So I took a train back to New Jersey and was hanging out with my mom, and I was just like telling my mom what I was going through, and my mom co-signed for some student loans and shit. So I'm thinking she's like,
Right.
Negro, you better sign this shit.
Yeah.
Freaking this messing up my credit. You better sign this deal, Negro. My mom doesn't say that. My mom is like, well, what do you think you should do, son? And I'm like, God, like this person will play Harriet, won't be good, and like, and my mom doesn't know how Hollywood and that stuff works. She's like, well, maybe you can teach her how to be a good actor because you're an actor, son. I was like, Mom, they're gonna give me money and like throw me to the side. And my mom was just like, not all money is good money,
Mm.
you
This is
know.
true. Very true.
And I'm just like, Mom, wait a my rent. And she was like, I said, hey, if you can't afford, you can just come live. You can always come back and live at home. You don't have to do that. You always you have your mom. You have your mama. Is what my
One
mom
time
said.
for my
Oh,
dude.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Um, so so I go back and I'm still trying to like make this deal happen because I was like, yo, I wanna get that brownstone in Harlem right quick. Um, so so I'm just like, please
Ooh,
do it
that
like
kind of
this.
money.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
it was like
said
brown.
I heard what you
Right,
said. I don't
right,
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
right.
Brownstones, plural, everybody,
Yeah.
plural. I was like, hey,
Ooh.
everyone, I got my brownstone in Harlem, and I got my townhouse in Jersey City and shit. And I got
Mm.
my mom a little ranch house. Wish I could get her a
Oh,
mansion, but like that type shit.
that's money.
So money. So it's funny, like the girlfriend, I was with her at the time. I didn't meet her till much later, and that's probably good because I told her the story, and she was like, "Negro, you can't just be like you can't sell out in a mansion, Negro." No, but but I remember talking to them and just saying like, "Hey, I just think it'd be problematic if this person is playing Harriet because it's already called Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. They're gonna look at it. It's kind of a funny thing, but I think to really get people involved in the world, so it's not just like schlock. It kind of takes us out of it if it's Scarlett Johansson. It's not Scarlett Johansson. It
No,
takes
you
us out of
said
it.
light skinned rapper singer.
Yeah, like it
Nah,
takes us
never
out of
mind.
it if it's Cardi B or something like that. You know,
Carly B as
Cardi.
Harriet Tubman is crazy.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, he's like, y'all want to. He's like, y'all want to go to freedom? Oh,
You got to do it in between the pregnancies.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
What's it called? So I'm just like I'm trying to like talk to the team and just say like, hey, it would really work if we did this. And I think that person's music, if they produce it, is what will really turn this project and put it to where it needs to be.
Hmm.
Mm.
And they were like, yeah, but this person like they want to act and like, and then they're like they like double down the shit. Like we'll give you extra money if you just let the person play it. And it's like moment of truth.
Oh, to have morals
and
and
and I just
standards.
remember, oh yeah, and I was thinking because I'm in this restaurant in Harlem, and I just remember I don't think I've told this part of the story. I just realized I never
Entire
told this part of the
excuses
story.
were set.
Um,
Right?
I see someone. I think it was maybe it was some weird Christian person, and the person had a T-shirt, and the T-shirt said it was like "Say no to the devil" on it, and they had just like they were like walking right past me, um, and then I saw Zazie Beats walking. I was like, "No, she's fine as hell. God damn, she's beautiful in person." But I was like, "David Focus T-shirt." Zazie Beats is gorgeous, everybody.
Absolutely.
So I just was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not
David,
going to do it."
David said, "Look at God."
I was like, the devil, God, right? So I'm just like, yeah, nah. I'm like, guys, it's not gonna work. Either you do this version of the contract, or we can find something else to work on together.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're not going to find anything to work on together, David. You're going to sign this, and blank blank is going to play Harriet Tubman, and you get to tell the story of how you became very rich at this restaurant. And I'm like, I think that's not the story that I want to tell.
Ooh.
And I was like, guys, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you. Um,
Because what
I
you're
don't think
not
this is,
gonna tell me is what you're gonna tell me to do. Like,
yeah, yeah, and
With
like,
my
and
stuff,
also,
with my work.
especially if,
right.
especially if they're not like good at it, like, 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 and they have one thing I love about working with Prentice Penny, who created Insecure, directed Uncorked. He is the one of the first people when him and I have a difference of opinion. Prentice will thinks about everything to the last possible detail. It is all
Mhm.
well thought out, well articulated. Uh, him and I we had a back and forth on an email one time, and it was about who was going to play Harriet, a different reason about who was going to play Harriet.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think this this actress, I really wanted to approach them, and he was like, "Hey, let's just wait until we get some things in order with the studio. Let's wait until we finish the script. Let's wait until we have our director locked in for the pilot. Also, there might be a writer strike, so we don't know what's going to happen."
Oh.
And I was like, "Nah, fuck that shit, nigga. Let's just get her now. Let's do that shit." He's like, "David, please, let's figure this out. Let's wait until because we don't know her. Let's wait until we finish the script. Let's wait until." I was like, "Nigga, get there the comic book, nigga. Like, just throw the comic book at her and shit." He's like, "Totally different." Um, and so we had this back and forth, but he at the end of the day he was like, "Dude, I know where you're coming from, but I want it to be so set up so it's undeniable."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Got it." Um, so I don't mind if someone like tells me, not even tells me what to do. The press won't tell you what to do. He'll make a suggestion and he'll back up why. And these folks were like, "Here's what's happening. We $2 million or something like that, and we'll give it to you every 2 years until it runs out in 2029." You know, so I'm just like I just remember my lawyer being like, not all money's good money. My mom saying you can always live with us. Say no to Satan walks by in a t-shirt, and I'm just like, no, I'm good. And I just got up and I left, and I walked, and took a train to. I think no, instead of taking the train, I walked all the way to my apartment. Um, I walked to my apartment, and I just cried
Oh,
because like
Yeah,
that's
I
real.
really wanted, yeah, like
That's
because it was
real as
so.
fuck.
yeah.
Oh
To
yeah,
one
because
point per
I
million
really
is
wanted it to work, and it was like I was like, this money can change like my life and change my family's life. And maybe I made a mistake, and then the pandemic happens, and then I meet Prentice, and I meet someone who's a great collaborator, um, and also someone I look up to. So it's a better situation. So everything works out, everyone, and everything always works out for the better. Um,
Period.
so it's just trust your gut, and if you get a job or something, if something doesn't work out, like don't beat yourself up too much about it. Feel your feelings, you know, because we're
Mhm.
human.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
That's
I
us.
love this,
It's New York
right?
Comic Con right now.
Yeah, we're being wholly like this entire year has been us being wholly delusional. Like that's
Yeah.
been our thing. We're like, we're gonna throw everything at the wall and somebody's gonna say yes to us. That's
Yep.
what it is.
That's how we got to San Diego Comic Con.
Facts.
no, no,
It's
you
been
have to.
great.
Yeah, another person you should have on the show is Cheyenne Olulu, who does the comic shop,
Yes.
We got to
because
meet her at the con.
Yes.
yeah, she's amazing. Like she just talks about like being delusional and like not like delusional, like, oh, I can fly or some shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to make this thing and it's going to be good. I
Yeah.
really believe in myself. I really believe in my project, and I really believe in what I'm doing. And I'm surrounded by great people and people who love me, people who support me. Um, and I'm going to manifest this. I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
And I don't care how hard it is or how, because like Harriet Tubman, like this, even with Killer Bee and my other projects, they've been like uphill battles. And then God will open a door, or if the door is closed, God will open a window, you know. Or if the door remains closed, you know, someone will show up like, hey man, I got a key, what's up? You know.
I got a kid. What's
Um,
up?
Right.
yeah, or like it's like, hey man, that ain't gonna work. I got my old library credit card, and like just like
Or hey man,
find a
it's
way to
this
get it.
door over here that I made. You coming through
Right.
with me?
Exactly,
That's it.
exactly. Or like, hey man, let's bring three other brothers, and we'll kick this door down. You know,
Yeah.
so I just remain delusional. Surround yourself with people who love and support you. If people don't love and support you and support your dreams, release them.
Mm. Mm.
That part.
Um,
Heavy.
you know, and people really show you who they are
Yeah.
when you're down and out and when you're struggling, and um, yeah.
Well,
Heavy
I love
agree.
that we got all of the inside scoop
Right?
and the fast food orders and the secret tea about your experience, because we already loved Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer, but now like
Yes.
knowing its origins and all of the hurt and heart and work and energy that went into it and is still going into it, it feels like, we're locked in, like we're fam at this point, and it's like makes us want you to win that much more. So again, we're like so grateful that you even came on the show. um
Yes.
we went over a lot of time. I want to be respectful of your time, but we did want you to
Mm.
like shameless plug whatever projects you have going on right now, so that our viewership can go support you in whatever projects you got going on.
Yeah, because I low
Yeah.
key want everyone to know about Nightmare Newark. So
Yes. Oh
Oh
my
yeah, yeah,
days.
yeah. So and all these projects are coming out this year. Like Killer Bee is maybe it'll be at New York Comic Con, maybe. It'll be at New York Comic
Okay.
Con. And Nightmare in
Now,
Newark.
why would you say that? Because we still trying to get there. Okay, that's a door we need you to kick in.
Okay, all right. We'll figure something out.
Period.
We'll
Okay,
figure
so
something
that's
out.
one. And what else you got going on?
Well, Killer Bee is a comic book about this retiring assassin who,
We love
basically wants to leave being an assassin, and she meets this dorky guy in her apartment building while she's doing her laundry. And at first she thinks like, this nigga's corny as hell, but she starts to like him because he's like really endearing and he really sees her, and they have instant
assassin meet
chemistry.
cute. Shut
Oh
up,
yeah, it's a
David.
great meet cute, and they bond over like living single and all this other stuff,
yes.
and they bond over music, over like they both love listening to the internet and everything like that. Um, and then like she's like, okay, I've met my person, I met the one. I'm gonna retire from this, thing of being an assassin. This dude's a lawyer, so he got money and he treats her right as well. And he's a good natured,
He's a good
wholesome
man,
man.
Savannah.
He's a good
Yeah,
man.
and she gets her final hit, and it's the boyfriend. It's the boyfriend because he's a good lawyer, but he's too good. He's so good, the Irish mafia wants his ass gone. And if in this world, if you don't deliver on your hit, they send an army of assassins after you. But our assassin is really good. It's basically like she's basically like, people are coming to kill us, but I'm gonna kill them first. It's basically
Mm.
like
Touch
it's
him
like
and die,
John.
Trump. Shut up.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's like John Wick superimposed over a romantic comedy, and this is going to be a movie, by the way. It started out just as a comic book, and then I think I posted about it, and Patton Oswalt saw it, retweeted it, and it went viral, and it got a lot of attention. And then my manager was like, "Hey, like a lot of people are really interested in this Killer Bee thing. What's going on?" And I was like, oh, it's the comic book. He's like, okay, that sounds cool, man. This movie studio is interested. This movie studio is interested. This movie studio is interested. And so, like, yep, that's Killer Bee. So I ended up, I'm good friends with DeWanda Wise, who's in
Yes.
Jurassic World
Yes.
Dominion.
Yes.
Yeah. So I called DeWanda and I was like, yo, first of all, congratulations on Jurassic World Dominion,
Ugh.
making $1 billion. Do you want to be in this thing? She's like, what is it? I'm like, it's this assassin. Da, da, da. And she's like, done, I'll do it.
He's so
And then,
perfect for that. Oh my
yeah, and
god.
so it got picked up at Confidential Films, this black owned film financing company. And
Yes.
it's the script is being adapted by Terry Ruzio and Kevin Arboway, who both wrote, Pirates of the Caribbean and Shrek. And they were like, we want to make this. And I'm like, all right, cool, awesome, dope. And yeah, it's going to be a feature film. And hopefully we'll start filming sometime next year. And there'll be this big
David.
action romantic comedy thing. But yeah,
David.
Fucking awesome.
so you can pre-order the comic book right now on my website for Kingwood Comics and Nightmare
Immediately.
in Newark. uh, I think Nightmare in Newark is my comic book. It's going to come out in November. It's going to start shipping in November.
Okay.
Um, Nightmare in Newark is just about this young lady who's coming out to her family on Thanksgiving, and she's really insecure about coming out to her family. They're kind of traditional, somewhat conservative. Um, so she's like, let me come out to them on Thanksgiving and just break the news to them, and they'll meet my girlfriend. And in the middle of her coming out, this alien invasion just like erupts in her town. So she has to like survive this alien invasion and come out to her family. And that's Nightmare in Newark. It comes out in
Oh my
November. You
god.
can pre-order that right now. And yeah,
David
that's my
Crownson,
spiel.
everybody, the king of the big ideas.
Right.
Oh
I'll
my
take
god.
it.
Every
You
idea you're pitching, I'm like, immediately yes. Immediately yes.
the way I just put it in a cart because I ain't got no
I'm
money today, but
literally
tomorrow I
about
got
to do that as
money.
soon as we get off of here. Is there an option to get it signed
For Nightmare in Newark?
for both of
Oh,
them?
you mean to get the book signed, the comic signed?
Yes.
Mhm.
No. If you order it, they all come signed. Like
Oh, say
I,
less.
I'm not as fancy like that. Where I'm like, yo, let them other niggas shit my shit. Like usually, like when I get an order, if I get a ping on my phone, I'm like, oh, let me go and let me go to my room, open a box, sign it, and like find the address and like pack it, and then I
I
go to
love
FedEx,
that.
and then I put it in the mail. And
Yes.
that's typically what I would do. But I think since like Nightmare in Newark and Killer Bee were kind of like it was a long way with them coming out. They're all like kind of pre-order stuff, but I order like when the books go to shipping, I'm gonna order like a giant chunk, and they're gonna take over my room basically. So yeah,
Period.
I love this.
Okay, say less. Like you're
Right.
giving us everything that we love in comics everywhere all at once, and then it's like already movies happening in the motion. Like I'm like, okay, I was about to be like, can we have you back to talk about the next thing? But you got two things going on. The way that the Kiki has taken us far past our usual time, I hope you understand that you're welcome back whenever you get the gumption.
Whenever.
Yes.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I would love to come back.
Whenever.
Maybe like I'll come back when Killer Bee, because I think
Say less.
Killer Bee is probably gonna come out before Harriet. It's looking like
Period.
so because I don't know why that is in Hollywood. Movies move faster than TV shows.
Yeah, that's
Um,
weird.
yes,
But
uh,
either way, we will
but
be sat. And I'm
Yeah,
about to
I'll
pre-order
Got
both of
and,
these books.
yes, and get into what's it called? We'll figure out New York Comic Con and all that good stuff. We'll figure something out. You know,
Period.
we'll figure
David,
something out.
why are you telling me everything that I want to hear right now?
right.
What's it called? Let me see. Well,
It's,
look, I don't want to promise anything because
yeah.
what's it called?
Yeah,
We'll, we'll,
obviously, like,
we'll,
but it's a
we'll figure
vibe. I
Right.
something
feel
out.
like we're vibing. Yeah, all good things.
We'll put the intent out there. You two will be inside New York Comic Con, either for I don't know for however long, but as long as you want. We'll figure it out. We're
Yes,
gonna manifest that. We're gonna do that. Uh,
period.
what's it called? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
this was
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you so much for
Yes.
coming by and kicking it with us. We really appreciate you and your time. I'm so glad that we got to hear all of the backstories and hear about what you have coming up next. And
Yeah.
we're gonna hold you to that because I know both of us are about to buy both of these books. So we'll be like, hey
Right.
David, you trying to pull up? We finna talk about this.
I would like mine
Oh
signed
yeah.
again the same way. I'll let you
Yes.
know when my order goes
Oh
in.
yeah, oh yeah. Listen, if we figure this out and you buy the orders and all that stuff, I will give Nightmare. Well, I will give Killer Bee to you at New York Comic Con. Be like, hey, what's up? Welcome. Here you go. Here you go. And then I'll sign it. I'll be like, you still got money.
Yeah.
And Bree, you finally got money. That's how we go do it. That's how we go do it. That's how we go do it.
Period. Oh my gosh. Everyone in the chat is thanking you for coming. Period.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank you,
we
thank
must
you.
manifest. Great
Great.
story, bro. About sticking to your morals. That's right.
Yeah,
And
that
Yo,
part.
with
thank you,
regard to
thank
your
you.
art.
It is not hard because excuse me, it's not hard. It's not easy because
There you go.
sometimes I'm like when I'm driving this busted down 2010 miles, I was like, maybe Cardi B could have been like Harriet Tubman or something like. It's not Cardi B, everyone. It's not Cardi B. It's not Cardi B. But yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah, we going to the Underground Railroad. Period.
he's like,
Um
Yeah, with you.
okay.
I can't.
Oh my gosh.
I be
Thank you
seeing
for
God
coming,
and
David.
stuff when I pass out. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
like that.
Thank you
Why is Harriet Tubman have
thank
a
you
thick
for
Bronx
coming,
accent?
David.
Thank you for having me. I will love
Yes,
to be a guest again. You all have a
yes.
great rest of your night,
You
and
too.
what's it called? We'll do this when I don't have my what's it called? When I don't have a phone. When I'll figure out the technical difficulties. But again, this has been great. Thank
No,
you
you were
again.
great. We appreciate you and your time.
All the time.
Also,
Yes.
thanks to everybody who came through and checked out both of our special guests. We appreciate all of our Riot fam, all of the people who came through and checked out the show. We also want to shout out to all of our Patreon subscribers, whether you're a free tier or a top tier. We love you down and we do a little happy dance every time one of you subscribe. If you haven't already checked out our Patreon, make sure you do so because we spill all of the tea about upcoming goings on, special guests. And when we have giveaways and things like that, you guys get first dibs, all of the things. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. Pink Riot Comic Show on all US platforms. If you like this video, scroll up or down. Make sure you check out another video. I mean, even if you're not going to watch that thing, just let it play in the background because the views really do benefit us. And if watching the show all the time is maybe not your bag, you can skedaddle on over to Spotify because your girls are a podcast now, okay? Make sure you rate that
Mm.
thing, get some streams in because all of those numbers really do benefit us so that we're able to give you more of the content that you're looking for. We love you guys all the way down. If you haven't already, our girl Hot Havoc is rocking our merch. So go check that out. Link in bio. Pink Riot Comic Show branded, Blerdy Baddies branded, bust that omnibusy wide open, branded, all of the merch, so many colors, shirts, hoodies, totes, all of the things. Support, get you some merch because it's a vibe, and it's, you know, these comics and these cons, they're not gonna pay for themselves. So pull up and drop some coins if you can. And if you like today's show and want to see us again, guess what? We're going to be at the same damn place at the same damn time next week because we don't take weeks off because we love y'all. And we'll holler at y'all next time. Bye.
Hold on. Sorry.